Hello, hello, hello. My name is Joanne, as you know if you've watched me before, and I am back again today just for a little chat. And I'll just show you this little monkey here. Can you see that? Look at him. Butter wouldn't melt. Honestly, I tried to film this before and he was an absolute nightmare. So I abandoned it. Just let me tilt you back up again a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I had to abandon it. I'm going to sneeze. It's gone. I think it's gone. Yeah, he was a nightmare. He was just climbing all over me. He was just an absolute nuisance. So yeah, he's a lot calmer now because we've stretched his big old legs and knackered my knees in the process, but we've been out and so he's a lot calmer, which will mean a lot calmer video. He is funny, but when I'm trying to concentrate and talk, my brain just loses all concentration. Anyway, enough about Enzo. Just a quick thank you as well for all the views I've had on my previous videos, and also a couple of the shorts. He's getting ready to shake his head. I know he is. What's the matter? Can you see? What am I going to do with this one? I can't believe the difference is night and day what he was like before. This is heaven. Right, anyway, I'm going on. So firstly, I am going to apologise for my last video because I used the word lovely like a million times. I watched it back before I posted it when I was just doing a little bit of editing, and I could not believe how many times I used the word lovely. So I need to watch that word. And also another word I seem to use a lot is literally. So I need to stop using those words. Anyway, let's start. So today I am going to have a little chat about, and please don't all turn off, although I don't think you will, some people will, about menopause. It's a subject that's everywhere. I understand that totally, as it should be, as it totally should be. So I just wanted to come on and give my little perspective of a normal person's menopause and yeah, how I've navigated it, should I say. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what I'm using and just tell you my little backstory about menopause. So I feel like because it's out there now, I do feel like there's probably a lot of people who watch the TV and go, oh my God, not menopause again. But it's normal people, and I don't just mean normal people, every woman and man and grown-up child should know about it because it affects whole families. It doesn't just affect the woman, it affects her husband, her partner, you know, it affects her children, her sons, her daughters, when they're grown up, obviously usually when a woman is going through this. And so are you quite comfy? So it does affect everyone. Obviously it affects the woman the most, but I feel like family and friends probably sometimes do bear the brunt of it because it's not very nice. Anyway, I am 60 and I feel like I probably started menopause or perimenopause probably late 40s. I'm going to try not to ramble too long because I'm very aware that I don't want this video to be a very long one and people lose interest. So I'm going to try and keep it informative but short. I did touch upon this very, very, very briefly in one of my other videos, but this video is just going to be about that. So yeah, late 40s I think I started when I was working in Pandora, and I initially experienced the hot flushes, flashes, whichever one you're used to saying. I used to say flushes, but I feel like flashes is the better word because it does literally feel like someone's just flashed you with fire. It's not good. And all you ladies who are watching, who have been through it or are going through it, you know exactly what I'm saying. You can be quite normal one minute and then the next minute it's like someone's dosed you in fire from your tips of your toes to the top of your head, and it's the worst feeling ever. It's horrible. It's horrible. Night times were the worst, because obviously no sleep. Broken sleep is just the worst type of sleep, and I used to really struggle to get back to sleep once I'd had one. So I would obviously have the hot flash, the quilt would come off, I'd try and get myself cooled down, and then it would take me ages to get back to sleep, but then I'd have another one in between, and then I'd get to sleep, and then another one would happen. So it got to the point where I literally looked like a zombie. Sorry, you don't like your ears being messed with you when you sleep. So yeah, working on the counter in Pandora, it was just because obviously you've got to be happy, smiley, helpful, look nice. That was obviously all part of it, and I looked shocking. I looked like a zombie. My eyes were tired, my skin was tired, my makeup level looked right. I just didn't feel myself at all, and I tried to go to do it the natural way, because back then I feel like HRT had a bit of a bad rep. It wasn't really, it didn't have a good reviews, should I say, and I don't know what that stems from. It really didn't have that good press. So I decided I didn't want to go and do it that way, and I went to Holland & Barrett and I armed myself with all the different things that you were meant to use that were good for you. I remember trying something called black cohosh, which was meant to be good for hot flashes. And I think it did work a little bit, not massively, but then I since discovered that it got withdrawn. So I really don't know why it got withdrawn, which makes me a bit panicked to think it was getting sold, but then they withdrew it. Anyway, it came to the point where I didn't feel like any of these things were working. I really was suffering. I didn't feel myself at all. And after doing a little bit of research, I went to see the nurse at the doctor's surgery where I used to live, and she couldn't have been more helpful. Did all my medical checks, blood pressure and all the rest of it, family history. Obviously, I am very aware. I'm a big advocate of HRT, but I am very, very aware that due to medical reasons, not everybody can take it. So obviously it's something that you have to discuss with your GP or your nurse at your medical centre to say whether you're allowed to go on it. Fortunately, I was allowed to go on it, but I appreciate there's a lot of women who can't. Anyway, she walked me through the whole process and I got put on a tablet. It was a combination tablet of estrogen and progesterone. I think it was called Alest or something like that. Anyway, within 2 days, literally hand on heart, I felt like a new woman. Everything seemed to be back to normal. I was sleeping, hallelujah. I used to dread going to sleep. Going to sleep was the worst because I knew I was never going to get a restful sleep. But took the HRT and within 2 days I was sleeping through, the hot flushes had gone, my skin felt better, my brain felt better. I just felt like me again. So I've never looked back since that day. So I was on that for a good while, and then the worst part to my HRT, probably little, I'm not going to say journey, but my experience was when I moved here. So where I used to live, I was always told, is my head getting cut off? Where I used to live, I was always told that I could have HRT as long as I needed it. And then I came here and I went to my very first doctor's appointment because I needed a prescription. And sorry, do you know what? I set all this camera up before and I went downstairs and I think he's nudged it. That's a bit better. Went to my very first doctor's appointment and lady doctor, and I asked her for the HRT prescription and she said, no, absolutely not. I'm not giving it you. To which my mouth nearly hit the floor and I couldn't understand why. She said, you don't need that. I'm not going to be giving you that. She said, and she tried to give me a prescription for antidepressants and also a prescription, which I later Googled, was given to people and children who suffer from ADHD. Now, I couldn't get my head around why you would give somebody who's lacking estrogen why you would want to give them an antidepressant and why would you give them this other medication when all they want is estrogen. So hence to say, I came out of that appointment in tears, and I came home to Josh in tears. I couldn't believe it. Long story short, I got a referral to the women's hospital here, and I spoke to, because back then it was, no, tell a lie. What happened next? Prior to that, I'll go back to that bit in a minute. So yeah, I spoke to, because COVID was happening, so it was face-to-face. It was a telephone call, sorry, not face-to-face. It was a telephone call. It took a while for it to come through. In the meantime, very reluctantly, I was still getting my prescription off the doctor. I went to see a different doctor, and she gave me the referral to the women's, so I could speak about getting it properly from there, because she wasn't happy to give it me either. But anyway, got my appointment at the women's, and I was given a patch. They said, right, okay, that's not a problem. We can give you your prescription. However, we'll take you off the tablet because we don't really prescribe them anymore, and we'll put you on the patch. So that was great. I was so happy, and the patch was great. Patches you have to put on your lower half of your body, so they're not allowed anywhere near your boobs or your arms. So thighs, that's where they used to go every other day, and I was doing that. It was a nuisance getting all the black sticky residue off your leg, and then after a while, I think my legs became, I think I got a reaction to the actual, brains are gone, pad, sticker, patch, yeah. And I had an appointment coming up, a follow-up appointment on the phone again with the consultant, and I explained this, that I was getting a red itchy sores on my legs. I was really struggling to find a place to put a patch that wasn't sore. So he said, right, okay, I think you must be allergic. And he then put me on, and I'll show you what I'm on now. So I am on Estrogel transdermal gel. So this is obviously the estrogen. So I don't know if this is gonna, oh, did that just focus quickly then? Let's just see if it focuses. I don't know if you can see. Oh, why is this, sometimes it does it and sometimes it doesn't. Is it gonna? There we go, there we go. Estrogen, so that's transdermal gel. So I do 2 pumps of this a day, inside of my thigh, it rubs in, and that's it, and that's every day. So that's my estrogen, which I take. And then also, to go alongside estrogen, you must have progesterone. So the progesterone, if you're just having estrogen only, I'm not sure of the medical reason, but I do know why they give you of having estrogen only, but they usually give you progesterone too. My old tablet used to be a combi tablet of the 2, because progesterone protects your womb and it prevents uterine cancer. So that's the reason they give you the progesterone, which your body has also lost. Let's see if that, there you go. Because your body also loses that during menopause as well. So I take 1 of these tablets every day. And then lastly, and this is like the holy grail, trying to get this off a doctor, is testosterone. Because every woman from probably obviously puberty, in their body, they have estrogen, they have progesterone, and they have testosterone. And that is in their body their whole lives from being in puberty. And then when you hit your menopause years, your perimenopause, all of these things just vanish, they go. So you can imagine how a woman must feel when she's used to having all these things in her body, and then all of a sudden, bang, they've gone. So testosterone is one that you need as well for your sexual health, for your libido, for your energy, for your mood. It's something that you've always had. So why not have that as well? But trying to get it, I actually rang my doctors, the same doctors, different doctors around here. I hate them, they're awful. I need to find a new doctors. Anyway, I did speak to this doctor and I asked him for it, and he said, yeah, that's totally fine, to which I nearly fell off my chair. He said, however, I can't prescribe it to you. It's got to be prescribed by a consultant from the Women's Hospital, and it could take a while, but I will put your request through. So fine. a while. Over a year it took me to get this. So this is the Testo gel. Is that going to focus? Let's see. Come on, the other ones did. Come on. Is it gonna? There we go, Testo gel. So this is a gel, obviously. It's in the title. And I use this, I have one pump, and I use it on a Monday and I use it on a Friday, and that goes at the top of my arm. So they are the three things that I use at the moment, and they're probably what's keeping me sane. Because if I wasn't using these, I don't know how I would be. I'm just gonna, let's just put these up and maybe we can get a bit of a, let's get a bit of a thumbnail. There we go, that's that. And yeah, my other thing that happened when I was on the tablets, so I'm not sure if you remember, but there was a HRT shortage. Do you remember the HRT shortage, if anyone's watching? And at that time I was on the tablets, and it was so bad because no chemists had anything, or they did, they were very reluctant to give you, if you had a 3-month prescription, they would only give you one. And it got to the point where I was literally having, there's that word, literally, I was breaking my tablets in half to make them last longer. So at least I was getting some medication instead of none. And then I was just thinking, you know, if this is going to carry on, this is going to be really hard. I was trying to figure out ways of buying them on the internet, but then you don't know what's going to happen, what you're going to get. It's a bit dodgy, isn't it, really? So by that stage, I think I've probably been on it a good 5-6 years maybe. And I thought, you know what, maybe I'll just come off it. I'll try. Maybe I'm through it. Maybe I don't need it anymore anyway. So let's just come off it. So I made the decision to, I did agonize over this decision. I made the decision to come off it. And I can honestly say within one day of not taking the medication, everything was back with a vengeance. The hot flushes were just back with, it was like they'd never stopped. I couldn't believe it. And I was really like, whoa. I thought that when you took it, it helped you through it. And then obviously it got to the point where you didn't need it and you've gone through all these symptoms, but that's obviously not the case. So, I mean, obviously it must stop at some point. It's got to. But I'm not going to let it get to that point, because I'm just going to still take that medication because I don't want to go through that again. I lasted a month because I wanted to start I went the month, it wasn't good, but I wanted to start the fresh month again. So I knew where I was with the tablets and everything. So I lasted a month and then I started again, and I very, very, very quickly reverted back to how I was. So thank the Lord. So yeah, that is my medication that I use. I used to have a little Facebook page speaking about menopause a while ago, and I will advise anyone who can take it, who is struggling, please take it, because it's the best thing you'll ever do. Honestly, it is the best thing you'll ever do. And we need it. All these things that are in our body, why shouldn't we have them? Why shouldn't they be given? And you know what I think as well? It should be free. It should be free. I am quite lucky, and I don't know how this works, but I am on a medication that enables me, that means I don't have to pay for other medication, if that makes sense. So I don't have to pay for mine, which is great. But obviously I feel like other people do have to pay for it, and it must cost them a fortune. I feel like it should be free for everybody. I really do. I'm just going to have a sip of my chai. I've just made some chai tea. I'm obsessed with chai tea. Sorry, it's got a little bit of a skin on the top, and if I wasn't filming, I would probably just take that skin and that sounds disgusting. I love the skin of chai tea, but I won't disgust you all by having that now. I just love chai Indian tea. It's my very, very favourite. So yeah, that's my medication. That's my little backstory with menopause, and I've already told my daughter she needs to take it. I feel like if you're of a certain age, you need to ask your mums about it. I wish I'd asked my mum about it. I never did, and obviously it was too late to ask her by the time I was going through it. Yeah, I'd tell my son's girlfriends about it. I mean, obviously they've got their own mums, but I would tell them about it as well. I would tell anybody, I would shout it from the rooftops. Take HRT if you are able to take it. You won't regret it. So yeah, also I take, I take collagen with vitamin C. I should have really, is that going to focus? How do you get these things there we go. Holland & Barrett. Collagen with vitamin C, and that is a 3,000 milligram. That's marine collagen. I take one of those every day, and I also take, I'll show you that in a minute. I also take a collagen liquid. So I try and boost my collagen, get this old skin boosted up. Although I do think it's gone past it, but who knows. I also take a magnesium, oh look, straight away. I also take a magnesium tablet. Now I started to take this, I feel like I started to take this when I'd come off, the time I came off the HRT. I think I came off it because somebody said it would help. Or was it when I had a stage where I had restless legs? Have you ever had restless legs in bed? Oh my God, it's the worst. I think that's what it was for. Anyway, magnesium, it's good for your sleep as well, but it says here supports healthy bones and muscles and reduces tiredness and fatigue. So yeah, I take one of those every day. I've taken those for a long time. I won't be without those. They're really good. I also take a slow release B12. Is that going to focus? Come on. Is it when you pull it back? No. Come on. Sorry, you must be quite bored by this, but I don't understand what it's... Ah, closer we go. There you go. Get the hang of this, won't I? Slow release vitamin B12, 1000, is that PG, UG? I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, it's 1,000. High strength, slow release. I take one of those every day. I also take, but I've run out, I take the high strength of the cod liver oil, and I need to order some of those because I really feel like I've had it in my system for so long and I've just totally forgot to order it, and I keep meaning to do it, and it's been out my system now for about 3 weeks, and I'm not sure if my old joints are feeling it or whether it's just psychosomatic. I don't know, but I need to order some cod liver oil capsules. And I also take vitamin D when I can remember. I think they're downstairs in the cupboard because Josh takes them as well. And I love the hair, skin and nail tablets. I take those as well. And so I need to do a Holland & Barrett order really. But I think that's the only things that I do take supplement wise. Let me just, so stay there. Let me just get you the collagen. Oh, there we go, I've disturbed him now. So, go on, you can lie down. You can lie down. That is the collagen. You see that? That focusing? You'll see now, I pull that close and it doesn't do it. That's the no, lie down. That's because he's in the way, isn't it? Focus is going on him. So that is collagen. Come on, there we go. That one is marine collagen, pure peptides, 10,000 milligram. Yes, Josh got me this. Josh got me this off Amazon. It really doesn't taste very nice. It's a capful every day, and I have to have like some water to just glug it down with straight away. Pure peptide, fish collagen. When you say the word fish, it doesn't sound good. Marine sounds better, doesn't it? So that's all my little medications to see me through the day. So yeah, let me know what you take. Let me know about your HRT. Let me know about your menopause, and Let me know how you get on, if you've had any horrible stories of GPs, or if you've not been able to give it, if they've not given it to you. Just let me know. I'd love to chat to you all about it. But I am going to go now, because I didn't want this to go on too long, because I'm very aware that it's not a subject that you want to keep hearing about constantly. But I just thought it would be good to hear off a normal Joe Blogs type person, normal woman, not a celebrity. I appreciate all the stuff that Davina has done to bring it into the limelight, but I just feel like sometimes it's good to hear off a normal person. Me. I also want to say thank you for all your watches on my previous videos. I'm not sure if I said this at the beginning of the video. I can't remember. And this is with all my medication as well. Foggy brain. Imagine what it'd be like without it. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll just show you. He's asleep now. That's a lovely view, isn't it? I've just literally came back from a walk with him before, and oh my God. He's like, honestly, when he's walking, he's like a diesel locomotive when he gets going. And it's not a walk, it's a race. It's an actual race. And I don't know why he speeds around so fast. Does anybody know why Weimaraners walk so fast? I would love to know. We won't be without him. He's a good lad. Aren't you? If not, you're a nuisance, but you're a good boy. Right, I'm going to go. I hope you are all good, whatever time of day you're watching this, whatever evening you're watching this, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye, bye, bye.